Well, hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC out here at the Avon Park Field. We're going to do the maiden flight on the AVIOS Bushmule version 2. Y'all watch my unbox and my post assembly, so let's take her up in the air. Now this is a maiden flight, so it's going to be kind of boring. Basically, I'm just making sure the plane is trimmed and ready to go and everything is, and like I said, I am going back to using my flight modes. I put a couple of links of how to do flight modes from other people that I learned from, BD Tennessee and who was the other one? John H. CRC, how they do flight modes. And that's the same process that I'm using for the elevator to flat mix if the plane needs one. All right.
Don't get cut.
Timer set for 5 minutes. Now, looking at her, I'm thinking I'm going to need some elevator trim because she looks bench trim. However,
Cruise mode. Cruise mode.
all right. Got no wind at all right now. What little wind we have.
Take off flaps.
All right. Timer set for 5 minutes.
Flaps up.
Definitely, as I thought, definitely needs some up trim. Maybe a touch more. Now too much now. All right.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
I think that's good right there. All right, good rudder authority there.
Take off. Landing flaps.
Flying around my landing flaps right now. I'm getting her trimmed out with landing flaps.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
All right.
Flaps up.
All right, we'll see how she lands. No flaps. All right. Kind of bouncy.
Landing flaps.
All right. Kind of bouncy.
Flaps up.
All right, let's take a see how takeoff flaps are working.
Takeoff flaps. Flaps up.
All right, you need some up trim with takeoff flaps.
Takeoff flaps. Time remaining 2 minutes. Flaps up.
A little bit of right aileron needed.
Landing flaps.
Whoa. All right, I'm having a hard time with her.
Are you trying to
Flaps up.
put the back wheels on first?
All right, let me, actually I'm gonna cheat. All right.
Takeoff flaps. Flaps up.
Okay.
Time remaining 1 minute.
All right. Flying pretty good. I think I got her trimmed the way I want her. There we go.
Braking. Cruise mode.
All right, let me check the battery. If we got enough, I'm going to do some stall testing. I want to see how she stalls. Yeah. Let me see how she stalls real quick. All right.
Motors are secured.
You gotta remember, folks, when I give you a Maiden, it's a true Maiden. I've never had her in the air before. And I haven't flown this plane in forever as far as this Bush Mule version 2. And so let me check the battery real quick. Battery's a little bit slightly warm. But if we got enough juice, we'll go up and get a check her stall. Oh yeah, we got 64%. So you can set your timer for 8 minutes mixed flying. All right, so let's take her up and let's establish our stall and see if,
Motors are hot. Don't get cut.
and I'll be honest, I think I need more elevator authority. All right,
Takeoff flaps.
try our takeoff flaps because we have like no wind.
Flaps up.
All right.
30 seconds.
Okay, you're flying along, you lose power. What does she do? All right, she just starts going forward. Now, we're gonna do the same thing again. This time I'm gonna hold up elevator. Okay, you're flying along, lose power. Hold up elevator, up elevator, up elevator, up elevator, up elevator. All right, she got a nasty left wing.
10.
I mean, that was pretty abrupt. I mean, not super abrupt, but definite left wing. Let's try it again just to make sure.
Timer expired.
Okay, you're flying along, you lose power. Up elevator, up elevator, up elevator, up elevator. All right, yeah, definitely left wing. All right. Okay. All right. All right, let's establish our, see how she flies inverted. No problem at all.
1 minute.
All right, no problem, inverted flying. All right. I'm definitely going to go in there and try to mechanically get a little more rudder or elevator authority. All right. Plenty of aileron authority. Just a little bit more. Definitely not locking for power.
Minus 2 minutes. Landing flaps. Flaps up. Landing flaps. Braking. Cruise mode. Flaps up.
All right. Figured out how to land this thing now. I'm gonna do one more quick up and down.
Landing flaps. Braking. Cruise mode. Flaps up.
All right. Think I got her figured out and dialed in now. You're gonna land this plane like you land a Viper, like an E-flite Viper. You bring her in level and you hold off that flare.
Motors are secured.
You hold off that flare as long as possible. And then you don't flare until you're almost getting ready to touch and just enough of a flare to allow those back wheels to just kiss the ground first. And then, because otherwise if you have too much of a flare, you're going to have a nasty bounce, okay? So we were 2 minutes and 35 seconds over, so a total of 7 minutes and 35 seconds of total time. Motor R is off. Okay. Take the battery out now. Definitely, battery is warm, not like super hot, but definitely is warm. And that's a good flying bird. Once you get her trimmed out, Good flying bird. %. So 7.5 minutes. So just set your time for 7.5 minutes. Fly any way you want, and you'll do just fine. Now we're not going to go back to the man cave and go over it because there's really nothing really to go over. The rates that I'm flying in are so super simple. I showed you in the unbox and build. 100% throws, 30% expo on the aileron and elevator. 50% expo on the rudder, and I have the flaps now on a flight mode, and I've got them trimmed out. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you what the monitor says about the elevator. When I go, okay, when I put takeoff flaps, my elevator number on the monitor changes to 14, from 0 to a positive 14. Okay, when I go to landing, it changes from 0 to 12. Okay, so that's how it changes on the monitor. Again, refer to the videos I've got out that I've linked to on how to do a flight mode. I did find that she needed some elevator authority, and I'm going to go in there and mechanically try to get some more. If not, I'll increase the throws to 125% if I can't mechanically do that. But there you go. That was very successful Maiden. The next time we fly it here in a few minutes, I'll be doing a speed run, and we'll put the GNS performance analyzer and see what kind of speed we get out of this. And we might make use of that cargo door, maybe drop some paratroopers. All right, thank you so much for watching. God bless y'all. God is good, and don't forget, faith, family, and friends, and that's the Bush Mule version 2 from AVIOS and Hobby King. Bye, y'all.